Hello, loves. I'm sorry I'm like a minute late. Your girl was waiting for my future father-in-law was cooking. I was waiting to eat because I am hangry. Real hangry. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to the weekly healing circle. You remember when I said in like a blog ago that I was keto? Yeah, this is like my second Italian food for the week. Cause he cooked, and I'm not saying no to food. I wasn't raised that way. But welcome to the weekly healing circle. Um, Lots of stuff going on astrologically. Mm. Venus moved into Aquarius, so your girl's going through her Venus return right now. Your girl is happy. Y'all, listen. I was low key hella depressed this morning. Because anytime the moon's in Aries, the way it hits my chart, listen, I hate it when the moon's in Aries. That's like my least favorite moon out of all of the damn moons. But no, I was hella depressed this morning, and then boom, Venus went into Aquarius, and it was like, hello. My Venus got hella triggered, and here we are, vibing. We is vibing. We're starting off the week vibing for the week. I'm just glad that shift happened because I really needed it. And then the moon went into Taurus, and moon in Taurus is one of my favorite moons. Moon in Taurus is one of my favorite moons. It's absolutely one of my absolute favorite moons of all time. It's just like, it's just a great time. Just because moon in Taurus is a vibe. Moon in Taurus is like, take care of yourself. Like moon in Taurus is like, eat good. Moon in Taurus is like, feel good. Moon in Taurus is very grounding. So I've just like been vibing like tonight. That's been me. Anyway, so we are back to our regularly scheduled programming, I guess. First of all, there's been a lot of things going on, I feel like, personally, especially on TikTok, with whom I have over here. By the way, TikTok, if you see me looking that way, is because I have YouTube over here. Just so you guys are aware, because somebody asked me that the last time, like, what are you looking at? Because I usually go live on multiple platforms, so I could just, like, we kill two birds with one stone. So we and so it's been a very, did I forget what I was going to say? I think I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. Y'all, listen, it'll come back to me if I was meant to say it, it'll come back to me, because that's some straight up Pisces thing right now. Hello, hi, hey, Juliana, hey, hi, everybody. My moon always on self-care mode, 1000%. Listen, Taurus moons, it's just, it's a vibe. It's like I want to do what I want to take care of myself. I want to love myself. Like it's a full-blown Venus vibes. Like it's full-blown like grounding Venus vibes, and it's just a whole entire vibe. Oh, thank you. This I got from my favorite crystal shop. It's a carnelian, and the reason I'm wearing it is because your girl's on her moon cycle right now. So, and I know TikTok is going through a whole entire wombland situation right now, which has literally been freaking crazy. I logged into the app, and everybody's just, oh, that's what I was gonna say. TikTok has been a mess. It's been in shambles for like the past 3 days, and then native TikTok said where, and then turned everything into a joke. And I'm just, at this point, I'm just like, listen, I got a new moon cycle anthem apparently. And here we are. Let me just sort out these cards so then I can go through these. So we can pull some cards for the week. But I really love the Aquarius energy that's like there. Not that I'm trying to be biased, because you know your girl has a healthy amount of Aquarius placements. Not that I'm trying to be biased. I'm just like, I really appreciate that we're out of the Venus and Capricorn vibes. Just because my whole stellium in Capricorn was hella triggered during this time, but now I'm like, okay. And moving forward now, like, please let us continue. Let us continue. Pisces moon is one of my other favorite houses. One of my other favorite houses. Wait, did I just say house? I meant placements. Why did I just say houses? Y'all, my brain. Oof. Anyway, I hope that you guys have been having a really good week. It's been a definitely a process, I feel like. Last week, and then now I feel like this week is definitely going to be something else. Because last week was an absolute mess. That like that moon in Pisces really said, we're gonna illuminate some truths. It's like definitely some truths came out. And it was so funny because if y'all go back and y'all watch my like the breakdown that I did, the forecast that I did for the moon, in Pisces, I literally said that there was like some things that were gonna come out. And then to watch what happened on like TikTok, like all the drama that was on TikTok, I was like, in shambles, y'all. It was a very triggering time, let me tell you. But I feel like now that the energy shifted a little bit, now that things are shifted a little bit, because Venus and Capricorn energy, it can be a little bit karmic sometimes as well when it comes to pleasure. It can be a little karmic because, you know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so it can be a little bit karmic. And now that we're in Aquarius vibes, it's definitely Venus and Aquarius on a collective note is definitely a great time to work collectively, but to also focus on things that have to do with like social media. So you might see you might see more people kind of more active during this time on social media, or hanging out with friends, or like just using technology in a way that makes sense. This is also a great time to not alienate yourself. Even though we are in Pisces season, this is a great time to not alienate yourself. Because if you alienate yourself, it's just gonna feel weird. Because Pisces season, I feel like a lot of people tend to kind of like sulk it in. You know what I mean? But with the way the rest of the placements are set up, it's kind of like, you know, the Aquarius energy is gonna like push you kind of out a little bit as we move closer and closer to Aries season, which I'm sure everybody is just waiting for, because Aries season is a vibe, but it's an energetic vibe. It is an energetic vibe. 1000%. Just every single fire sign season, you will see that you just have a little bit more energy. One of the things that happens to me during Aries season without fail is that I tend to sleep less, which I get really annoyed by, because, you know, I'm a Leo rising. I like to sleep. Okay, I love to sleep. Your girl likes to sleep. So during Aries season, I tend to sleep less, because Aries energy, it's very, very like, it's almost like you charge, like think of charging like your phone, but with like the with like higher amount of speed, so it's just moving a little bit faster. So sometimes like I'll literally will wake up at 6 in the morning and just be like, okay, I guess I'm awake. During Pisces season, or even Pisces moons, they be doing that to me. It'd be a hot mess. It'd be a straight up hot mess. But definitely as we build through the energy, because Pisces season is a great season to just rest and relax. But then once it goes into Aries season, it's like, okay, where are we going? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's popping? What's happening? Let's do something. Let's go do something. Okay. Listen. This week, bottom of the deck, we have the World and the Hierophant. That's Saturn and Taurus right there. Saturn and Taurus energies right there. And for our cards for this week, we have the Page of Swords, the Fool, and the Six of Cups. Page of Swords, the Fool, and the Six of Cups. Okay. Because we are now like in this, you know, Venus is in Aquarius. There's a whole stellium in Aquarius right now. Because of all the Aquarian energy, there is a focus mentally on communication. And there are things that are going to start moving a little bit faster this week than they were before. Because you guys have to understand, Venus was in Capricorn for like 4 months, right? But Capricorn moves slowly. Okay. We are the sign that we're the last cardinal sign, and we're the earth cardinal sign. We are the slowest moving cardinal sign. We move, we make moves, you know, but we are still the slowest moving. We don't just, you know, move at supersonic speed. That's not how we do things. So when it comes to Aquarian energy, because it's an air sign, even though it's a fixed air sign, it moves faster. It just naturally starts to shift because the air element is the fastest moving element. Even though, don't listen to nobody that tells you that the fire element is a faster moving element. It is not. Okay, it is not the fastest moving element. And I want you to actually think about it. I want you to think about why air moves faster than fire. Think about it. Your mind doesn't necessarily need you to move your body, for example, because when it comes to like you physically moving your body, the energy that your body takes to move your arm up and down, walk and all that stuff, that's fire element, right? When it comes to your mind, you don't need to move. It's just happening. It's just happening. There's like a kind of like a swift mental energy, even with communication. You don't need to spend a lot of energy with communication. And like Heather said, air feeds fire. Okay. It is your mind that creates action. And this is why air is the fastest moving element, because it doesn't necessarily require action, but it can create action. Fire is the second one. And you could think of it as the wind too. The wind can blow literally all day long, but like, let's say a fire starts burning somewhere, it takes time for it to build. Even when there's like forest fires and stuff like that, it takes time for it to start moving around. You know what I mean? It's not just, you know, instantaneously. Like air is a instant element because it's happening all the time. Every time you take a breath in and a breath out, you are working with the air element. So when it comes to this week, you will feel the difference between Venus being in Capricorn and Venus being in Aquarius. And there is definitely a really, really good time, especially let's say you have a business, let's say you have some sort of like, or I don't know, you're an influencer, or you're doing stuff, what you want to do stuff for a brand, or you want to write a book, or you want to do something where it's like you're bringing it to the collective. This would be a great time to publish stuff. This is a great time to get creative. This is a great time to do a podcast, radio show, do something when it comes to communicating with the masses, or even post more on your social media. Let's say you have some sort of company or something like that. It is a great time to post more on your social media. There's like with Aquarius season, Aquarius placements, Aquarius energy, it's depending on how you work with it, really great time for things to go like viral and shit like that. Just because Aquarius energy rules the collective energies. Okay, it rules your own individuality, but it also rules the collective energies and how we relate to each other. On that note, you know how everybody gets into like spring cleaning mode in, you know, Aries season, which makes total sense. But this is like a really, really great time for you to mentally really get clear on what it is that you want to do. Because Aries starts the astrological year. Everybody, you know, thinks it's December, you know, it's January, it's Capricorn season. No, it's Aries season. Okay, Aries season starts the astrological year. So as we move away from Pisces season and start headed closer and closer into Aries season, you want to kind of start tapping into what do you see yourself? What do you envision for yourself? Okay, moving forward, what do you envision? What is it that you're mentally daydreaming about? What is it that's in your mind that you're daydreaming about? How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Okay, for some people are actively moving. Okay, some people are actively moving. Some people are hearing back, maybe they applied for somewhere. Some people are actively moving. are making moves to move. It could be like within a company. It can be with like moving in or with a partner or something like that. There's definitely a lot of movement going on where it's going to create a little bit of a more stable, grounded foundation. Okay, stable, more grounded foundation, which is what the legacy of like that Venus and Capricorn energy was trying to leave us with. Because y'all, when it comes to Venus and Capricorn, it's all about setting intentions and then putting in the work. You want to benefit from it, you have to put in the work. You have to like literally sit there and put in the work for what it is that you want to achieve. Like you can set the goal and the intention, but then what efforts, what actions are you creating towards what it is that you want to accomplish, right? And so this week puts us in a little bit more of a grounded position. We are seeing ourselves this week moving, like working, not only like solidifying and grounding a little bit more. Again, that's like the little bit of the legacy that Venus and Capricorn left us, but it's kind of like we're working with what we have. There's still a lot of intentions and goals and dreams that we have set for ourselves that have not yet fully come to fruition, but they're on it. It's like it's on its way. It's like it's happening. Like it's, it's already been put in motion. Like you already set the intention. It's been put in motion. What you need to do right now for this week is make sure that you have enough rest, okay? Because we're ending this week with the Strength card. This is telling me that you need to have rest. Why is this? This is the card. This is Strength card, but you guys know this is the card of Leo in tarot. And Leo is literally the lion, the cat, right? Okay, so what do cats do during the day? Okay, they rest. They get the zoomies and they're running around and breaking stuff, but they take a lot of time to rest. You need to make sure, again, that you are still working with the element that is Pisces. Pisces literally rules reflection, rest, dreams. So you need to make sure that you are well rested, that you're not kind of like burning yourself out during this time. Because this is not the season to be burning yourself out. You can do that in Aries season, but this is not the season to be burning yourself out. Aries will have energies for days, but this is not the season. This is the season for you to have enough rest to get the zoomies later, because that's definitely coming. You need to maintain your strength, your balance, your foundation, that grounding energy, okay? There's definitely a lot going on, okay? And you need to be very, very mentally grounded in what it is, okay, that we're working towards, because that's literally what it is. We are mentally headed towards a journey that will be, okay, that will be grounding, that we will solidify, that we will make it a grounding experience. Grounding yourself and solidifying something can take some time, okay? Take it from an earth sign. Certain things, when it comes to earth energies, it's kind of like planting a new plant. Plant the seed and then you're waiting for the little leaf to come out of the pot, and then you get so excited because you're like, oh shit, I took care of it, it's growing, it's gonna turn into something. I'm growing tomatoes, like it's gonna turn into, I'm gonna see a little baby tomato soon. It takes time for it to, you gotta keep watering the thing until you get to see the fruit, and then you have to be patient enough to let the fruit be at the right time for you to pick it and be able to then consume the thing, okay? So right now, that's what we need to do. We need to maintain watering the fruits that we are trying to see come into fruition. This is not the time to be picking things early. This is not the time to be like, but I want it now. Not the time. We're not arguing about this. It's not the time. It is the time to just keep watering those intentions, keep putting in the work towards those intentions. There's a reason why this came out like this. Keep putting in the work towards the intentions that you want to see come into fruition, that you want to ground yourself, that you want it to feel good. You want to feel very much like this is a part of me, this is a part of my life. I'm really happy with it, whether it be a job, a relationship, whatever it is that you have going on. There is a need for you to just continue that practice. One of the things that Spirit is also saying is that this is also on a spiritual level when it comes to your ancestral practices. For those who are kind of taking a new turn when it comes to your ancestor work, your spiritual work, You're not going to be a pro in a day. Okay, you're not going to be a pro in a day. You're not going to snap your fingers and know how to do everything. You're not going to, like, that's just not how it works. It never works out. It's just like, it's not going to work like that. But what you need to do is be consistent. Okay. This is literally one of the reasons why I decided that this month's workshop was going to be all about building a spiritual practice. And for those who haven't gotten their tickets, the link will be down in the description. And for those who are on TikTok, the link will be in my bio. But I am having a 2-hour workshop, and it's literally focused on your daily spiritual practice. And this is literally why I wanted to do this, because I feel like coming out of Pisces season, where you're in Aries season, and especially if you're a newbie or you're just trying to balance more of your spiritual practice and what it looks like, I wanted to have a whole workshop dedicated towards it. So we're starting it off with a 10-minute daily meditation that you can do every single day until you get comfortable in meditating a little bit longer, all of that stuff. And then moving forward and just diving deep and breaking down your spiritual practice for each area of your life. We're actually going to go through the whole entire, like, the 12 houses, and we're going to talk about spiritual practice for all of that. Family, healing. Listen, it's going to be very intensive. But I'm really excited about it. I feel like I've been getting a lot of consultations lately about specifically spiritual practice and what, you could be doing to add more or do more for yourself or work on more for yourself. Like, it's been nonstop. I've had nonstop consultations on a lot of people asking questions about it. So I was like, you know what, let's just have a dedicated workshop to this. And it's like the perfect time to start it, because it will be an Aries season already. This is like fresh energy, and this is something that you can continue to do throughout the year and build on it. So this is definitely something that, you're not gonna snap your fingers and be like the professional, okay? But it's more of working on it, building your strength on it, working on mastering the skill. You guys know I talk a lot about self-mastery, and the whole point of your spiritual practice is self-mastery. In whatever it is that you're doing, it's self-mastery. It always ends up being self-mastery, because you are trying to understand what it is that you're doing. You should know why you're using the herbs that you're using, why you're using the oils that you're using, why you're using that spiritual cologne that you're using, what is it that you're doing in that practice, and why. What does it do? Okay, what does it do? You should know what the root of the herbs that you're using, or the tools that you're using, the crystals that you're using, why you need to take a spiritual bath at the times that you do. Like, even when it comes to following your intuition, it is very, very, very layered. Listening to yourself and understanding your own emotional ebb and flow of how you move is something that takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time for you to build on, in order for you to actually have a grounded, successful practice with that. So for me, it's really, really important to look at your spiritual practice, how it shifts from month to month, how it shifts on a day to day, what it is that you need for yourself, listening to yourself, and then putting in the work to build your practice and make yourself really strong in that. So that's also something that is happening this week. Mind you, Pisces season is a really great time to do a lot of spiritual work, just because Pisces and Neptune rules spirituality. So there is a focus on spiritual work, spiritual healing, and navigating your intuition in a way that is a little bit deeper, because there is a kind of almost an awakening, especially when it comes to ancestral practice, because you guys have to understand, Neptune is a generational planet. So working with Pisces and Neptunian energy is like, why are you doing the things that you're doing? Where did you get that knowledge from? How are you mastering it? How are you feeling very comfortable with it? What is it that you're doing that is creating a good foundation for what it is that you are practicing? Okay, so Pisces season is a really great time to dive in deeper, especially now that Jupiter's in Pisces. Y'all, this is a really, really good year just to overall do a lot of spiritual work. It's a great year for glamour magic. Listen, it's a great year for glamour magic. It's a great year for doing a lot of illusionary magic, just because Jupiter's in Pisces. Super great year for that. Now, let's see. Okay. Wow. So we are getting for this week control and discern. And I'm not really surprised about that because we're starting off with the Page of Swords. And again, I told you guys, Venus moving into Aquarius now, there is some more of a mental energy. Because Aquarius is a very mental sign. It's all about your own individuality. It's all about how you see the world. It's also how you feel like things need to change. Who are you? What do you believe? Who are you in society? What are you bringing to society? It's a lot mentally when you have to kind of process what it is that you bring to the table. And this is a really great time to reinvent yourself if you wanted to accept certain parts about yourself if you wanted to kind of try new things if you wanted to, because Aquarius and Uranus energy rules the future. It is a very futuristic energy, and it's the planet that rules revolution, right? And having a personal revolution is something that is also very, very important. Navigating the different layers of how we specifically experience life and how we want to experience life in different ways. Very, very, very Aquarian energy. This is also a really great time to do a lot of meditation because Aquarius, again, that mental energy. We're also getting return to sacred and shine forth, because this is a really, really, really great time to really focus in on what actually mean what again, it's that purposefulness of Aquarius that's gonna really like solidify things for you mentally. Return to sacred. Why does it mean, what does whatever it is that you're doing or focusing on this week, why does it mean something to you? Why is it sacred? Why are you putting so much energy into it? Okay. Why are you kind of like, why is it a focus in your mind? Why is it important? Okay. This week is a really, really great week, especially towards the weekends, to focus on a lot of self-care and the way that you specifically feel about yourself. Again, focusing in on your individuality. This is a really good time to just, again, reinvent yourself. You might want to go shopping. You might, just want to like, you're like, I'm bored in my closet, or I haven't worn this stuff. Let me just donate it. Let me just, maybe go, let me just buy myself something new, or, do something where I just feel like I need a shift. I feel like I need a change. This is the week where you're just kind of like, I got to clean my closet. Okay. The spring cleaning might come a little bit earlier than usual. So stay tuned for that. But it's definitely that time to kind of like focus on how you want to be seen. That aspect of Aquarius energy when it comes to your own individuality. This also taps into your first house. If you want to work on, like, especially, I told you guys, glamour magic is a great thing to do during Jupiter and Pisces, but glamour magic impacts your first house. And you guys need to understand that when you're doing glamour magic, you're doing magic for your first house. The way that you are seen in the world, the way that you appear. And that the way that you map out and plan out your, craft surrounding your first house should be tailored to the sign that your first house is in. Okay, so for example, I am a Leo rising, so my glamour magic is going to focus very much on not only like the ego, but what my belief is for how I look beautiful, right? How do I focus on attraction? So when I'm doing my makeup or my skincare, I am specifically focusing on how I believe I specifically look the best, and building that confidence and that strength within myself, like almost wearing makeup or like my skincare or whatever it is, or my fragrance too, because I do a lot of fragrance. I do a lot of fragrance magic. But almost like as an armor, wearing whatever it is that you're doing as an armor, but also using it in different ways, because you use glamour magic in different ways, right? And so depending on what your first house is, that's what it is that you want to use to work your glamour. So like, let's say you have your first house is, I don't know, in Taurus. Okay, you want to make sure your style, because Tauruses have this thing, especially first house Taurus placements. Okay, and first house and Tauruses have this thing where they like to look good. They like to look good. They usually have the newest sneakers or the newest or whatever. They like to look good. They value and find pleasure in them looking good and feeling good. Okay. And they also like to eat good as well. So that's part of what their practice is going to look like. So it's going to be a lot of food magic, kitchen witchery, and it's going to be an aesthetic. Okay, that's how their glamour is going to be used. And then you have like a focus within some of the other signs, like for example, if your rising is in Pisces, you can definitely do a lot of emotional and also spiritual glamour, especially with the way that you want to be seen. It's especially when it comes to attraction work, because Pisces again is like that fish ebbs and flows. So you can do a lot of glamour in relation to, like, let's say you want to have, people look at you and they're like, dude, they're just keeping you in their minds. Like, let's say you I don't know, you're at work, right? And you want your boss to pay attention to you for a promotion or something. So I don't know, you would chant your perfume for, your boss every time you're wearing it, that your boss is just, it smells, and just, the smells just lingers. It stays in their head, and they just think about you every time that they're thinking about who they're going to give this position to. They just think about you. Okay, that's like how Pisces needs to like work that first house energies. But the person who said, what about Libra? So Libra rising is very similar to Taurus, but in another way, because Libras are definitely more the way that there's a difference between Venus ruling Taurus and Libra. They're definitely sister signs because they're both ruled by Venus. But Libras are a little bit different, because Libras, while they rule justice and balance, they also rule partnership. Okay, so when it comes to Libras doing like glamour magic, it can definitely you can do glamour magic for appearance, but Libras can also do glamour magic to attract people to them, specifically for people to see them as, oh, you need me on your team. You need me to work with you. You need me on whatever it is that you're working on. Or you just need me to be your partner, like in the relationship or whatever it is. The attraction is like definitely mental, similar a little bit to the way I was talking about Pisces, but it's just like, because Libras rule that partnership energy, is like Libras make themselves as the person, the one that they need, the other person needs, or the situation needs. It's like, we need that person on the team. Like, we can't do it without them. It's very much like it's a need, because Libras is a collaborative energy. It takes two to tango, while Aries is a singular energy. Libras is a duality of sorts. And so it requires the other. It's kind of like, think of like, one person being one of the scales. You need the other part of the scale for it to go anywhere, right? So for Libras, you guys can literally do a lot of attraction in relation to how people perceive you. Like, you want to like be putting on, I don't know, your makeup, your perfume, whatever it is, your lotion. You just could just be moisturizing and be like, oh, I'm going into work, and they're gonna ask me for like whatever it is that you want. Like, they're gonna ask me to work on this project. They're gonna ask me to be on this team because they know they need me. They can't do it without me. Like, you could just do a lot of that mental like work, and then it just. So this is a really, really, really good time. Again, the way that you shine right now is really, really important. Do not sleep on Pisces energy for glamour. Do not. This is the time. This is the time to work your glamour and like show out. This is the time to literally. This is the time to really like set the tone and the vibe emotionally, intuitively, spiritually. It's like your essence. Think of working like your essence. Think of doing glamour magic as like a very, very like alluring energy, alluring magic. Okay, it's definitely one of those. It's something that requires you to have a lot of strength and confidence within yourself, which is why, if that's something that you're working on right now, continue to put in the work for your self-care practice. Do not, don't give up on your self-care practice. I know that Pisces season can be very emotionally ebb and flow, and there can be like dips within the energy and stuff like that, but definitely make sure that you're working on your self-care practice during this time, because it's going to allow you to kind of go like flow with your strength levels. So definitely 1000% go with the flow. Okay, from Archangel Michael, we're getting let go of fear now. Okay, And this is definitely for those, again, we're starting off the week with mental energy. There's things that we're initiating, that we're changing, that we're deciding on, that we're making like agreements, or we're solidifying certain things. It's just like, you know what, this is what I need to do. I'm going to just start working on this. I'm going to just, I'm going to apply for that thing. I'm going to, try to see if I can switch careers or switch companies. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just do it, and we'll see where it goes. This is not a time to limit yourself. So this is definitely, because we are getting the Fool's energy that did come up in the reading, and we're also getting new beginnings and a fresh start. So there are things that we are initiating this week that is creating change for what's to come moving forward. For it to fully manifest is going to take a little bit of time, but just make the initial move. Okay, make the initial move towards what it is that you are wanting to do, especially if you set an intention for the moon in Pisces that we just had. If you set an intention and you're just like, oh, I really want to do this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is the week that it's like, okay, so do it. Like, start initiating the steps to doing the thing that it is that you want to do. Stop fearing it. Stop being scared of the moment. Just do it. Okay, this is turning into a Nike commercial. I am not sponsored. We're also getting innocence. Okay, this is the part of Pisces energy that triggers for everybody, because Pisces is the most sensitive sign of within astrology. It's the most sensitive sign. So there are points within this week where you are going to have to reflect on your own inner sensitivities about certain things. You might be getting some downloads or having some dreams, especially because Pisces season it rules dreams. Like, Pisces rules dreams. So your subconscious mind could be playing in on some of your fears. It could be playing on some of your different, maybe certain things or certain situations are still haunting you in like a annoying Mercury retrograde type of way. Maybe you still are not like feeling right about the way certain things played out and stuff like that. Like, and it can feel a little bit like frustrating. But this is a really important time to set the tone and the way that you want to move forward with it. What is it that you need from the situation right now? And whether that be forgiving yourself for what it was, or, promising yourself that you will do better in the future, or forgiving someone else, or just kind of setting things right so subconsciously you're not haunted by the past or by that situation anymore. That's definitely something that needs to happen this week, because some of you will be actively kind of a little bit haunted. It's like a little haunting kind of energy for this week. So be mindful of that as well. Now, okay, that jumped out really fast. We got abundance and we got miracles. Okay, abundance and miracles this week. I am not surprised about this, because we literally went from the Fool to the Six of Cups. So it's listen, this week is a really, really powerful week, and this is what I mean about Venus being in Aquarius, y'all. The air element moves the fastest, so don't expect that things are going to just kind of like take 10 months for things to show any fruit or move anywhere. No. Like, you need to trust that your efforts, your actions, the actions that you are taking are actually going to create and open some doors. And don't limit how fast or quick they can come through. Some things will take a little bit of time, but you can get a lot of confirmations for what it is that you want. Whether it be like you get an offer for a new job or something, but you start 2 weeks from now, or you have to put in your 2 weeks in like a week, 2 weeks and a half or whatever, and that can seem like a long time from now, but it's like, no, just let it happen, let it come. Like, the ancestors are definitely setting us up for success this week. There's a lot of different ways in which your spirits are also helping you open doors in places that you might have not even you might not even know. You might not even know what they're doing, but they're doing it. Just, you're gonna have to just trust that they're doing it. You're just gonna have to trust that they're doing it. You're gonna have to trust. You're gonna have to believe. You're gonna have to trust. This is because we're getting the miracles card. This is like, if you really said, "Oh my God, I want this," but there's no way that this is gonna happen. What? Are you kidding me? Like, oh my God. Or like, you're just doubting, or you're ebbing and flowing, but you ask your spirit, you're like, y'all, I really, really need this. I need y'all to give me this breakthrough, please. Like, it just, if you expect a miracle this week, okay, expect a miracle. Your spirits are not trying to set you up for failure. Okay, it's a ask and you shall receive, but for it to be received in full fruition, it might take like a little bit of time. But trust is still there. It's still there. It's still there. Do not doubt the process. It can feel a little bit like, again, Pisces season can be like, oh, I'm swimming in the middle of the ocean. I don't know when I'm gonna hit a boat or find somebody to get me out of this like situation. Like, am I gonna get eaten by a shark? Like, I'm praying not to get eaten by a shark, but like, y'all, I don't know. I'm swimming in the middle of the ocean. That's what Pisces season be feeling like. That's literally what Pisces season be feeling like. And you just gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process, okay? You gotta trust the process. Trust the process. Trust that you prayed in the middle of the ocean, and that, I don't know, the mermaids are going to come and save you or something, or like a boat's going to come soon. The ancestors, like, I don't know, dropped your exact location on somebody's brain who has a boat and they're coming through. You never know. You just have to like pray, trust, and believe. Trust. Pisces season, like Neptune and Pisces energy rules spirituality. Spirituality is a spectrum. It's not like within the physical realm that everything is just like, you can feel, touch, and everything is like, you can feel it. Certain things move in like very subtle kind of ebbs and flows until they manifest physically. So you just have to flow with it. You just gotta flow with it, okay? Stay on track. This is a great week, by the way, to listen to affirmations. Matter of fact, while Venus is in Aquarius, just play some affirmations while you're cooking, while you're taking a shower. I do this all the time. I will be cooking and I'll just be listening to different affirmations for whatever it is. I love that I am affirmations. I love I'm always just like, yup. I'm always like, yup, that's right. Like, I'm always talking back to the affirmations too. But I will go on YouTube and just play affirmations. It literally allows me to ground myself mentally, especially because I have a Gemini moon. But now that Venus is in Aquarius, y'all, do some affirmations, okay? Just play them. Play them in the background. You could be cooking. You could be taking a shower. You could be doing your makeup. Play some affirmations in the background. Play some affirmations in the background. Just trust me. It's going to help to set the vibe. Just like music sets the vibe. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay? Don't let the past hold you back. What did I say? Don't let the past hold you back. Some of y'all are still a little bit haunted. There's some of that's still happening. This is why you're getting the let go of fear and innocence card. Some of y'all are still haunted by some things that happened. It's almost like it's a little bit almost like a traumatized. It feels that way. Oh, I just got slapped. Don't let the past hold you back. Not today. Don't let the past hold you back. And then we have conclusions are within reach. Why? Why are conclusions within reach? Because we have a whole new ass beginning and a fresh start. Y'all see, Saturn came up at the bottom of the deck. Okay, the world card is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we're moving forward now. Conclusions are in reach because we are moving forward now. You need to handle this week. You need to handle the unfinished business. Okay, that's what you need to do. You need to tie some loose ends so you can start off, Aries season, the new astrological year, properly. You telling me you want to carry baggage from last year? Please, no, we're not doing that. Okay, we're trying to get on this level right now. We're not trying to shine forth. Okay, not shine backwards. Shine forth. Not shine backwards. Shine forth, like forward. Okay. Do not let the past hold you back. Do not let the past hold you back. No, that's not what we're gonna do. That's literally not what we're gonna do. Do not let the past hold you back. This is the week where it's just really, really, really important for you to allow yourself to flow where you are flowing. And if you're flowing through a conclusion, if things are just like, okay, you know what, if you've been in a relationship, been trying to make it work for a long time and it just has not, okay, it's time to go. It's time for you to focus on what it is that you need to focus on. It's time for you to do what's next. It's time for you to like focus on the goals that you want to set for yourself. Okay, how are you ebbing and flowing? Where are you headed? What is it that you need to work on for this year? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to achieve? Okay, what is it that you really don't want to regret at the end of the year? Ask yourself that question. What don't you want to do? What is it that you don't want to regret? Y'all? And you got to be honest with yourself, because I feel like when it comes to Pisces season, is a very reflective time, and it's a time where, again, like certain things about the past are like haunting us, but it's like, okay, cool. How do I move forward from this? Like, what is it that I need to do to set myself up, and how am I going to move past this? How am I going to grow past this situation? You really have to sit with yourself and almost like hold a therapy session, or go to therapy. Y'all can definitely go to therapy. Y'all know I'm never going to say not to go to therapy, but this is a great time to like move forward, like figure out ways to process what's going on for you mentally. Endurance. Well, I'm sorry, what was the last card that we got? Keep going. Endurance. Okay. Endurance. Okay. This week will set us up with if you work the energies correctly, this week it's going to set a little bit of the tone of what the rest of the month is going to look like, especially when it comes to what it is that you want and how much you're willing to just go for it. Okay. Endurance requires you to not give up. It requires you to literally make every day, every step, the actions that you're taking, you want them to count. And you know it's going to mean something, because once you get that thing that it is that you want, okay, you get to that abundance energy, then everything's just going to feel great. It's just going to feel at home, and you're going to be able to ground the situation. Listen, keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up on the thing. Don't give up on it. Okay. We have Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrim's Journey of the Soul. I'm telling you, this is literally what's happening. It's Pisces season. This is what's happening. You are meant to be navigating your flow of energies, where you're at emotionally, where you're at spiritually, what it is that you need to do to set yourself up for the future. Like, you're meant to be diving in deeper. Okay. You're meant to dive in a little bit deeper and actually look at what is it that you need? What is it that you want? How do you want to move forward? What are your goals? How will they materialize? What actions are you willing to take to help them materialize? Okay. It is a journey. Aries rules the journey. This is why when we're in Aries season, we get a boost of energy within our journey. We're then all hyped up and we're like, okay, we're ready to go. It's like, okay, I feel like, it's springtime. Flowers are starting to bloom. Like, let's go. Let's reach for the freaking sun. It's a journey. And right now you need to reevaluate where your journey from last year has left you. Okay. Then we have vulnerability. Open your heart. Allow yourself to be tender. Because this is it's an emotional month, y'all. It's ebbing and flowing. You have to check on yourself. You have to check on how you're feeling. You have to check on where you're at. Okay. You have to allow yourself to be a little bit of vulnerable and open to what it is that you experience, especially when it comes to pain, because water sign seasons are for emotional evaluation of the self, of where you're at. They're emotional check-ins. They're like, hey, okay, let's see, how you feeling? You all right? What's going on? What's in your heart? Okay. What's in your heart? What's in your heart? What is it that you want? What is it? Where do you want to go from this? From where we're at? How do you want to move forward? What feels right to you? What feels wrong to you? What is like bothering you? Okay? That you don't want to admit, because if you admit it, then it's not going to feel so good to accept the thing. Okay? Being vulnerable requires you to be honest with yourself on a level that's pure honesty. That's the actual truth. That is the actual, like, you needed to hear this. You needed to accept this. You needed to come to terms with this. And this is ultimately how Pisces season ends up being very healing, because when you take the process to slow down and reflect, which is what the season is literally about, it's the season of reflection. It's the season of your subconscious mind. It's the season that we have to analyze what has been haunting us so that we can get on the same page with ourselves for our journey to restart the clock of what it is that we're willing to put our energy into. Okay? So it is very layered. It is very layered, and it requires us to be vulnerable. There's a reason why Pisces and Pisces placements are the most sensitive people, the most sensitive sign, period. And that is because they are the sign that rules reflection. They are the last sign. Aries is the one that goes through the journey through all of the astrological signs. By the time you get to Aries, you are tired, which is why they rule sleep. You are like, your spirit is just like in a flux. You are still like carrying a bunch of stuff. So that's why your subconscious gets triggered and your mental health is like, wait, I need to, what did I just go through? What was that? Like, oh my God. Pisces season is the season to reflect and also to create. It is a very creative season. Okay? Because the way that you reflect varies. One of the things that I like to remind everybody about, okay, is that Pisces also rules creativity and all forms of entertainment and media. Okay? I'm talking writing, I'm talking music, I'm talking Broadway, I'm talking like TV shows, movies. All of it is ruled by Pisces energy. All of it. And I want you to understand that each art form is and comes from a state of reflection. Because, like, take music, for example. How many of your favorite artists have written love songs from their own relationship experiences that they have reflected on? And they needed to just vent. It was almost like therapy for them to write that lyric, to write that song, to write that moment. And they're writing it for themselves, not thinking how other people are going to kind of take it in. And then they put it out there like, here, I wrote this song, I hope y'all like it. And then everybody else relates to it different and is able to reflect through somebody else's creation and subconscious process and relate to it in their own experience. It is very layered, okay? Pisces energy is very, very layered. It's very complex, okay? And so when it comes to like you listening to music right now, you kind of like what it is that you're vibing with, what words, what is it that's kind of sticking out to you, even when it comes to lyrics, why something sticks out to you, why something is just like sitting within your spirit, okay? Why something is just like, oh my God, that part of the song, it just, oh my God, it just hit me. Do you know why that happens? Because it's Piscean energy. It's meant to trigger your spirit to your subconscious mind, where you are relating to it, and you're relating to it in a way that is like, this makes sense to my spirit. I can reflect and see why this is hitting me so much. Okay, it is very layered, but it requires you to be vulnerable, because that artist that created it in the first place had to sit there and write that damn song, right? They had to be vulnerable. Even if it's a happy song, they had to sit there and sit with the feelings of happiness or whatever it is that they're writing about. They had to sit with those emotions and then focus on reflecting within that moment of what they're creating. All of that is ruled by Pisces energy. All of that. And this is what I mean by the way that you reflect matters during this time. Some of you might, you know, just listen to music, watch some movies, binge watch something. I've been binge watching Euphoria. So, but it's like, some of you might like just be having a lot of dreams. Okay. Some of you might be doing a lot of spiritual work because Pisces also rules spirituality. You got to check in on your spirit, you know. Some of you might be going through a lot of emotional influxes. Some of you might be reflecting and being vulnerable in therapy. It's just very layered how you are doing so. Some of you might just be, you know, drinking a little bit or smoking a little bit, which is also ruled by Pisces. Pisces rules being in an altered state of mind because they rule the subconscious mind. When you're not conscious, when you're smoking weed, when you're like, that is Pisces energy because you're in an altered state. So there's so many different ways that you can kind of work with the energy. And this is also, by the way, and I'm going to remind everybody, this is why plant medicine and certain medicine, certain things are meant to be worked with spiritually and not be abused outside of spirituality. But you know, people do what they want to do and it is what it is. I did not just see the time being 5:55. Y'all, we've been on here for an hour, but I just saw the time thing and said 5:55. I've been getting attacked with angel numbers this whole entire for like a whole month and a week. I've mentioned it before, but it's because I haven't been meditating as much because I haven't had the time because I've been doing so many readings. After that whole the wedding day transit video went viral, your girl's just been doing a million readings. And I'm still sending them out. So for those who are waiting for the reading, it's still being sent out. So be patient with me. It's been a lot and I haven't gotten to pause and meditate. I've just been doing prayers. But my spirits have been just throwing angel numbers at me, and literally on the live it said 555. Who is surprised? I am not surprised. Let yourself be vulnerable this week, okay? Let yourself listen to your energies, listen to your emotions, okay? Let yourself just listen. Just go with the flow, rest. Go with the flow, rest. Take a deep breath. Sort out what's going on mentally and what it is that you want to change already, because the Aquarius placements that are there right now, it is about sorting out your mind and focusing on your individuality. So if you want to, I don't know, if you want to dye your hair pink, just know that that's the Aquarius energy in the planet. Just know it's the Aquarius energy in the planet. But it's time for you to kind of shift something or do something a little bit different. Refresh the energy. It's kind of like taking a shower. And just when you come out of the shower, you're just fresh and clean. It's just you're airing out and your body is just the air is just kind of drying off and it feels very refreshing. That's very much what Venus and Aquarius is going to look like. It's you refreshing your energies, you shifting, okay, on the energies within yourself. And then once you come out of that shower, what is it that you're going to put on? How is it that you're going to lay your armor on? Okay. Like I said, it's a great time for glamour magic. But take it one day at a time. I feel like this week is definitely a powerful week to see a lot of, to lay the foundation for a lot of things that we are going to be putting in the work on for this year. So listen, be consistent, stay consistent, be consistent. And make sure you stay on your prayers. Stay on your prayers. We're gonna end the live by doing the new beginnings and a fresh start prayer that comes with the card, because each card of the Archangel Michael Oracle deck comes with a prayer. So we're gonna do it together. It's gonna be the prayer of the week, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and sign off. So everybody, repeat after me. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Okay? We're gonna do it one more time. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Just trust. All right. That was the weekly healing circle, my loves. Thank you all so much for being here. Definitely do not forget to check out the workshop for this month. The link will be in the bio. And for YouTube, the link will be down in the description. I hope that you guys got all of the messages that you needed for this week. I feel like this week is going to be a very, very powerful week. And listen, yeah, I can do it. I will definitely see you guys in the next one. We will be doing the weekly community oracle poll on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And I have a couple of videos that are being posted, including the monthly shadow work readings. I'm doing the last half of them tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Everything is like uploading. And yeah, I will definitely see you loves in the next one. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live. I love you guys so much. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.